I still remember the morning Mrs. Alvarez walked into my clinic, leaning heavily on her cane. She used to be one of the most active women I knew, gardening, dancing, always on the move. But now, she struggled just to make it from the waiting room to my desk. And it wasn't because of an injury or a serious disease. It was something far more common, and far more preventable. Over my years as a doctor, I've seen this same pattern in more than 92% of my female patients over 60. Small, everyday habits quietly eating away at their joint health, until pain and stiffness take over their lives. That's why today, I'm going to reveal the 7 daily habits that could be damaging your joints without you even realizing it. And I promise, habit number 5 will surprise you as much as it surprised me when I first learned about it. If you stop these habits starting today, you could save yourself years of pain, avoid costly surgeries, and keep walking, dancing, and living life fully well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. So before we begin, if you care about staying strong, independent, and pain-free, make sure you subscribe, give this video a like, and share it with another woman in your life who needs to hear this. Now let's get started with the first habit I see almost every single day in my patients. And it might be one you're doing right now. 1. Sitting for long periods without moving. One of my patients, Linda, told me she would often sit for hours reading, knitting, or watching her favorite shows, only getting up when she absolutely had to. It sounded harmless, until she tried to stand up one day and felt her knees lock, sending a sharp pain down her legs. When you sit for too long, the muscles around your knees and hips weaken, your circulation slows, and inflammation builds up inside your joints. Over time, this combination wears down the cartilage, that smooth cushion that keeps your bones from grinding against each other. The damage isn't always reversible. I've seen women lose mobility in as little as 18 months simply because they weren't breaking up their sitting time. The fix is simple but powerful. Every 30 to 40 minutes, stand up, walk around, or do a few gentle stretches. Even a trip to the kitchen for a glass of water counts. The goal is to keep blood and nutrients flowing to your joints. Linda started doing this, setting a small timer next to her chair, and within weeks her stiffness had cut in half. She could even get back to tending her garden without wincing at every step. If you're sitting down right now, I want you to make me a promise. After this video, you're going to get up and move. Your joints will thank you for decades. 2. Avoiding strength exercises out of fear of injury. I can't tell you how many times I've heard this in my office. Doctor, I don't lift weights because I'm afraid I'll hurt myself. I understand that fear, truly I do. But avoiding strength training is one of the fastest ways to weaken your joints. My patient Carol, a vibrant 68-year-old, stopped going to her exercise class after a minor sprain. Within months, she noticed her legs feeling heavier, her balance slipping, and stairs becoming exhausting. Our joints depend on strong muscles to protect them. Without that muscular support, every step puts more stress directly on the joint surfaces. And after the age of 60, women can lose up to 3% of muscle mass every year if they don't actively work to maintain it. The good news is that strength training doesn't have to mean heavy barbells or dangerous moves. Bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or light dumbbells can be incredibly effective. When Carol finally agreed to start a simple program, just 15 minutes, 3 times a week, her pain eased, her posture improved, and she could climb stairs without holding the railing. Don't let fear keep you from moving. The right exercises, done correctly, are not just safe, they are one of the best medicines for your joints. 3. Wearing unsupportive shoes, even at home. I once treated a patient named Evelyn who had been struggling with persistent knee and hip pain. She exercised regularly, ate well, and kept a healthy weight, yet the discomfort only got worse. One day, I noticed she had arrived at my clinic wearing soft, flat slippers, the same type she wore at home every day. Shoes without proper support allow your feet to roll inward or outward as you walk, misaligning the knees and hips. This uneven pressure slowly wears down the joint surfaces and strains the surrounding muscles. Many women over 60 switch to comfortable footwear thinking they are protecting their joints, when in reality, they're removing the stability their body needs. Even indoors, wearing supportive shoes or sandals with arch support can make a huge difference. After Evelyn swapped her slippers for supportive house shoes, her pain started to fade within a month. She was amazed that something so simple had been contributing to years of discomfort. Your feet are the foundation of your body. If they're not supported, the entire structure above them will suffer. Treat your footwear as a form of daily joint protection, not just a fashion choice. 4. Eating hidden inflammatory foods. One of the most surprising things I see in my patients is how often diet quietly fuels joint pain. Many women believe they are eating healthily, yet their meals are full of hidden inflammatory triggers. My patient Margaret avoided sugar and fried foods but still had constant swelling in her hands and knees. When we reviewed her diet, I discovered she was eating processed, healthy snacks, packaged soups, and certain flavored yogurts every day. All of these contained refined vegetable oils, excess sodium, and preservatives, all known to increase inflammation. When your body is in a constant state of low-grade inflammation, the joints are one of the first places to feel the damage. The cartilage becomes more vulnerable, and pain signals become more intense. We replace these hidden culprits with fresh vegetables, fatty fish like salmon, nuts, seeds, and plenty of water. Within 6 weeks, her morning stiffness improved dramatically, and her swelling reduced. You don't have to give up all your favorite foods, but being aware of hidden sources of inflammation is one of the most powerful steps you can take for your joint health. 5. Overstretching or doing the wrong type of stretching. This one surprises most women, even those who have exercised their whole lives. Many believe that the more they stretch, the better their joints will feel. But overstretching or doing the wrong type of stretches can actually damage the tissues that support your joints. My patient Julia, a retired yoga enthusiast, came to me with worsening hip and shoulder pain despite stretching for nearly an hour every morning. Her flexibility was impressive, but some of her ligaments were too loose, leaving her joints unstable. Ligaments are meant to be firm, like straps holding your joints in place. When they become overstretched, they can't protect the joint properly, leading to pain and injury over time. For women over 60, the best approach is gentle, targeted stretching, focusing on tight areas without forcing extreme positions. Pairing stretching with light strength training offers both flexibility and stability. After adjusting her routine, Julia's pain faded, and she regained confidence in her movements. Sometimes, less really is more when it comes to keeping your joints healthy. 6. Ignoring early signs like stiffness and clicking sounds. One of the most heartbreaking patterns I see is when women dismiss early warning signs. They notice a little stiffness in the morning, a faint clicking in the knee, or occasional swelling, and they brush it off as just getting older. My patient Diane felt a mild clicking in her right knee for over a year but ignored it because there was no pain at first. By the time she came to see me, the cartilage had worn down significantly, and the damage could only be managed, not reversed. Clicking sounds can mean the joint surfaces aren't moving smoothly anymore. Morning stiffness can signal inflammation. Even slight swelling can be a sign that your joints are under stress. The earlier you act, the better your chances of preventing long-term damage. Adjusting your exercise routine, improving your diet, and strengthening muscles around the joint can slow or even stop progression. Diane wishes she had acted sooner. Listen to your body's whispers before they become shouts. 7. Relying too much on painkillers and anti-inflammatories. Painkillers can help in moments of intense discomfort, but many women use them as a long-term solution instead of addressing the root cause. Helen had been taking anti-inflammatories almost daily for 2 years. At first, they gave her relief, but the pain kept returning stronger. The medication masked the symptoms but didn't stop the joint damage. Long-term use can cause side effects like stomach ulcers, kidney issues, and high blood pressure. And because they dull the pain, you may unknowingly push your joints beyond safe limits. A better approach is to use medication only as part of a larger plan that includes exercise, an anti-inflammatory diet, weight management, and physical therapy. When Helen shifted her focus, she cut her medication use by more than half in 3 months and felt stronger than she had in years. Pain relief is important, but true healing comes from supporting your joints, not just numbing the pain. If there's one thing I want you to take from this conversation, It's that joint pain is not an inevitable part of aging. Yes, our bodies change over time, but we have far more control than most women realize. Every habit we talked about today can be changed starting right now. And when you replace them with healthier choices, your joints will reward you with more mobility, less pain, and greater independence. I've seen women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, reclaim their ability to walk without fear, garden for hours, dance at family weddings, and travel without being limited by pain. It's never too late to start. Take a moment to picture yourself a year from now. Moving freely, feeling strong, living without constant pain. That future is possible, and it starts with the choices you make today. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with another woman in your life who deserves to know her best years can still be ahead. Take care of yourself, my friend. Your future self will thank you.